everyone. This is going to be completely raw and uncut. I'm not exactly sure where to start, but I need to get these videos started. I've been putting them off for absolutely way too long. Basically, this is just going to be real and raw, like I said, uncut. I think a lot of what I need to say, a lot of people really need to hear it. So I guess I'll just begin with why I'm doing this, and it's because of recovery and addiction, of course. So for the longest time, I have struggled with addiction, and it has caused a lot of problems within my life. A few years back, I made a decision to use basically medication-assisted recovery, and that was the methadone treatment. I believe that it is necessary for people to start somewhere, and if you are as scared as I was about how bad withdrawal could be, it helped save my life. It really did. The only thing is to me, after going through school and college to be an addictions counselor, it's still an opiate. It is still going into your system. It is still changing the way your brain operates and behaves, and can cause all different kinds of problems along the way, health-wise, with your body, and even with your emotional health. So the whole time that I was on the methadone program, although I was living my life successfully, I was the happiest I had ever been. I was able to finally get back a part of myself. I was able to pick up my art again. I started tattooing. I finally, for once in my life, had some material things. I was able to better my family. Our living situation got better. But to me, I still didn't feel clean. Not that I'm putting anybody down that's on any kind of program. It's just, in my mind, although I was better, I was healthier, happier, it was a little thing in the back of my mind that kept causing me an issue with my recovery. It's still not where I wanted to be, and because I wasn't where I wanted to be, I still struggled emotionally and mentally with how my life was going. And I probably would have never posted this back then, but right now, after losing so many people and seeing so many rest in peace posts on Facebook, and the people that I grew up with dying and passing away, it made me realize it was time. I want to reach out. I want people to hear the words that I have to say. I want people to not feel so alone. I want people to realize that there's help out there, that you are not alone. There's more to life than what you're living right now. So the reason why I'm doing this now is actually because it's day 2 for me, absolutely no methadone, and I am struggling. It's not easy, and that is why I decided to just hurry up and get this done. I wanted to be able to see the progress that I'm making from almost day 1. It's day 2, not day 1, but yesterday, it was the pain for me that was the worst. I could just feel it through my body. I don't know if it was just a mental thing or not, because you shouldn't feel stuff that soon, they say. Anyways, everybody's a little bit different, but for me it was just a physical pain. I felt fairly normal. Today's a bit different though. Today I've had a headache all day. I've had zero motivation. I don't feel like moving. I don't feel like doing anything. I just feel fuzzy like in my head, and it's not too good. The pain subsided a little bit, like the aches and pains and whatnot, but besides that, so far so good. Not really much for cravings or anything like that. So we'll see what tomorrow has in store anyways. And I just felt like it was time. Over two years on the program. I wanted to get off of it actually a year ago, and I did make an attempt, but I clearly was not ready for it, because within the first few days the anxiety and the panic attacks set in so bad. All I could think of was just using something to get rid of that feeling, and that really scared me, that I needed to rely on something yet again to make me okay. And I didn't like that feeling, and that was my motivation for wanting to completely stop the methadone treatment. I did it unassisted. I actually didn't completely stop. I drastically cut myself back when we came out here to Newfoundland. We came out with 2 weeks worth of carries, and what I did with my carries for the first week was just drink them as normal, but I used the last week's carries and actually cut them in half, so I was only drinking half of it. So then that way I was hoping I would get through the worst of it a little quicker when I completely came off of it. I'm a little lost right now. I'm really worried about a couple of people. One person in particular, I have noticed that they kind of just dropped everything and deactivated an account, and I know they were struggling beforehand, and I tried reaching out. I mean, that's all I can really do. You can't force anybody to want to get better. You can't force anybody to listen to you. You can't make them realize things that you know. They have to work through it on their own, and that is another reason why I'm doing this. I don't want to push anybody to do something they don't want to do, but I do want anybody out there to know that if you just need somebody to listen to, somebody to just vent to, somebody to ask some advice from, or get their experience, listen to their story, I want to know your side of things. I want to hear from you. I want people to start commenting. I want people to start reaching out. I want people to start believing in themselves, believing that they can do the right thing, believing that they have a life ahead of themselves, and believe that your past does not have to define you. You do not have to live like you used to. There is a future. There is possibilities. Doors open for you all the time. And that is the reason why I moved my family out here to Newfoundland. It wasn't so much running from problems. It was a life change. We needed a change. I needed to be somewhere where I could feel confident in myself. And I've been in Ontario my whole life. I've never gotten to travel. I've never gotten to go anywhere. I've never done anything with my life. So when the opportunity came up to be able to come here to Newfoundland, I knew it was time. It was my time. It was my calling. It was what was meant to be. I had to get away. I had to do what was right. I had to give my little boy the best life I possibly could. And I knew back in Ontario and how much we struggled. I couldn't find work, couldn't find a home, couldn't find somewhere where we could just be a family. It felt like I couldn't grow as a person there anymore. I never really was good at keeping friends or having friends of any kind. I've pretty much relied on my relationships for that companionship, and I'm so grateful that I did meet Brad. He was my saving grace. And then, of course, things weren't perfect. Nothing's ever perfect. You take the good with the bad, and without the bad, you don't know how good things really are. So with that being said, our son was born, and things needed to change. So, of course, the whole time I was going through my pregnancy with my son, he was my number one priority. So I managed to quit everything I was doing beforehand, absolutely cold turkey, with the motivation of having that little boy. I'm not going to go too into everything and why everything started back up and why things got bad again. That's not really what this introduction video was supposed to be about. This was just me being raw, unedited, uncut, basically just trying to share a little bit about why I want to do this and why I'm going to start making these videos. I want people to see that no matter how bad things are, there will always be a light at the end of the tunnel as long as you believe. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe. I can't say that enough. You have to believe. You have to believe you deserve it. And I think I deserve it. And this is why it's my time. And I want to share with everybody a little bit about what I've learned and a little bit about my journey and a little bit about where this is going to go. So being here in Newfoundland, it is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. And right now, we're just coming off the winter season. Out here, it doesn't even feel like spring yet. It can snow right through May, possibly into June, I guess. So let's hope that we brought a little bit of that Ontario summer out here to Newfoundland with us. But I just wanted to basically introduce myself and why I'm doing this. I know the video isn't the greatest as time progresses and things start kicking off here in Newfoundland. I hope to upgrade all the video equipment and audio equipment as I do have some equipment here. I'm not using it yet. This is just a literally spur of the moment video just to kind of get things started and try to get some awareness out there that addicts do recover. We can do it, and I want you all to believe in yourself if you're struggling right now. And don't forget, come and find me if you ever need to talk or have anything to say. I'll take any kind of tips you got, any kind of motivational quotes, anything like that. I hope to put together a few things and post that as well in regards to the recovery and addiction, because it seems like right now, especially after the 2 years of COVID that we had, everybody seems to be struggling right now. And maybe it's not addiction that you're dealing with. Maybe it is just mental health. And I want you to know that you're not alone. I've always suffered with panic and anxiety. I can remember being a little girl and just sitting on the bus on the way to school and having the worst feeling in my stomach, like I was going to throw up. And I didn't at that time realize that that's what it was, that nervousness, that uncertainty, that feeling that you just can't shake and you just try to keep pushing past it. It's eaten me my whole life. People probably didn't know, didn't see it, didn't care. I covered it up with drugs and alcohol as soon as I turned like 11 years old. It was just something in the town that I grew up in, the people, the lifestyle. Mostly it was just me trying to fit in, trying to be cool, trying not to be the outcast, doing what everybody else was doing just to fit in. And that's a part of me that I want to regret, but at the same time, I can't have any regrets. Everything that I did in my life has led me to this point, and I truly believe that I needed to work through those things, work through those mistakes, and it's helped me grow as a person. So now all I'm trying to do is just make something of myself, make something of my family, make something of my life. And I just hope to eventually get to a point where I can really succeed and be that person that people can look up to, that role model, that they can see that no matter how bad it is, things will get better. So please subscribe, share, like, do whatever you feel is necessary. But the more people that I can get this message to and the more videos that I can get out there on the topic, the more I hope it will help people. And again, to the girl from my past that is struggling right now, that is kind of vanished from everything, just know that I'm thinking about you, I'm praying about you, and to all those people that have just recently passed away, to their friends and their family, I feel it, I understand, and I hope it does get better. And with time, things may get easier, but like a lot of the posts I put up, sometimes we never forget, but we gotta forgive. So don't forget to subscribe, like. See you guys later.